Do you have the time for that now?
It is 3.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just a still a reminder, the office, you can contact the clerk's office that prompts you when you call, so you would prompt and take that number that indicates you want the water department, it indicates after public works. And also, on February 21st, Monday, we'll observe President's Day, and the clerk's office will be closed.
Thank you, Trustee Bill has something to say about Black History Month.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
evening. Questions people often ask: why should I wear a mask? The answer: when you wear a mask, you protect others as well as yourself. Masks work best when everyone wears one. A mask is not a substitute for social distancing. Masks should still be worn in addition to staying at a 6 feet apart, especially when indoors around people who don't live in your household. Wearing a mask isn't a restriction of our freedom. Whether it helps us to regain freedom by reducing virus transmission in our community. The question is to wear or not to wear. That has become a key question during the pandemic. Still, much after the pandemic spread, many people still remain unsure about whether a mask is essential to keep them safe. COVID is not airborne. It's transmitted through droplets generated when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or speaks. These droplets are too heavy to remain in the air, so what happens? They quickly fall to the floor or surface. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization recommends the use of face coverings as part of a comprehensive plan to help slow down the spread of COVID-19 and other variants. The United States is preparing vaccines for kids 6 months to 5 years. They're just waiting, it's pending with the FDA and the CDC authorization. Question people often ask: how many times can I reuse my N95 mask? It depends, but you should be able to use it a few times. How often the average person wears one depends on how it is used. As you may know, there's a new casino coming to the South Suburban Homewood and East Hazelcrest area. That's just off of Interstate 80 at 175th and Houston. And I'm not sure the date that it will be complete, but it will be coming soon. I had mentioned this before during the summertime, but the state, I think it's important, that's why I'm bringing this up again. The state of Illinois will no longer suspend your driver's license for failure to pay your parking tickets, your red light camera tickets, your vehicle compliance tickets, your automatic speed camera tickets, and your abandoned vehicle speed tickets. This program will also, if your driver's license has been suspended, they should be reinstated automatically. And for those who have already passed their license suspended or revoked, the reinstatement is free, and you should have received your license back now. But if you have not, then you should check the Secretary of State. You need a mammogram, no insurance, no transportation, no worries. We got you. It's called Sisters Working It Out. It's a cancer awareness health organization. It supports women's health. For more information, you can go online and contact info at Sisters Working It Out organization. The Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced last week that 60 million who have Medicare coverage will be providing with free COVID-19 testing kits by the start of spring, so they should be coming to your home. The Biden administration has launched a website last month where people can order 4 free virus testing kits for their household, and you get that through the United States Postal Service. The World Organization says to protect yourself, keep up at least 1 distance from others, disinfect your surfaces that are touched frequently, regularly clean your hands thoroughly, and avoid touching your eyes, your mouth, and your nose. And if you're sick, it's best to stay at home. The holidays for the month of February, Chinese New Year's begin, Groundhog Day, Lincoln's birthday, Valentine's Day, President's Day, Black History Month, Washington's birthday, and happy born day to all of our community family residents who have their birthdays in the month of February. Okay.
Thank you, Trustee Greer, for your report and that information. Public Works, Black History Month, we'll probably have something a little bit more definitive at the next meeting.
Yes, we will.
If Public Works and Building,
Good evening.
Good evening.
We had a major snowstorm last week. Just want to tell Public Works thanks for the job that you all did. And Dwayne, if you could explain the process of the snowstorm when it constantly comes down, the final process. I know it takes a few days to get everything cooked. Oh, sorry about that. Discussion of, consideration of, and taking action to approve or not approve the hiring of Paris Ellison for the full-time position in Public Works for the Village of Burnham. I make a motion to approve the hiring of Paris Ellison for the full-time position in Public Works for the Village of Burnham.
Mr. Elton, so before I ask for a second, ask the board's approval, I'd like you to, just explain to the board, here that you can bring some positiveness, to the board and be committed to work on all that.
Absolutely. Just to piggyback on what you said, I gave this long thought and consideration because I thought about working with other villages, but I have deep roots with Burnham, and if I got to dedicate my time and energy, I would rather it be someplace that I'm familiar with. I know most of you guys, minus the one gentleman, but I met him as well. The town, I've been here for 20 years now. I bought my house in 02, so Burnham is always going to be my home. So I definitely want to put my time and energy here to help keep Burnham nice, safe, looking nice, etc.
Board have any questions? Okay, thank you. Proceed.
Thank you.
I make,
I'll second the motion.
The second by Trustee Carroll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges? Trustee Garcia? Yes. Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Clayton?
yes.
Right now, you really belong to Burnham.
Well, you heard, if you could just give the process.
Yeah, just to, when you get snow constantly, it's a team effort. We have a good team that we work together. Jose Romula, he leads the charge, and we got a new guy, Cornelius Divine, doing a great job. And we kind of collectively, we get out there and we just stay out there until it's done. And we try to get the streets as clean as we can, as quickly as we can.
And it does take like a few days to actually clean.
Yeah, it's a process.
Salted.
Right, then you have to get the alleys open. This particular time, we had to do it twice because we had so much snow.
You all did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I have to say, I heard the snowplows going in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Constantly.
And we're asking people, not to put debris in the street, because otherwise they're going to be removed. It will be removed, and it'll be sooner than later.
That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, trustee Clay Brooks. On your resolution, plan, trustee Garcia. Okay, thank you, trustee Garcia. Finance, trustee Cap.
I have a couple items here. The first one is discussion of consideration on taking action on the approve or not approve 3 proposals to lease a new copier for the clerk's office. And I would like to table that. I need a little bit more time to investigate. I'm not happy with the 3 proposals or the type of copier, so I need a little time. And
So,
But the clerk and her staff have been doing work on this.
I have 3 proposals, but one they're not happy with. The company we're currently using. So that, to me, that looks like we only have 2.
well, I mean,
We have, the lease isn't up until June 20th, so it's not like we don't have a little time.
Well, but the copier needs to be upgraded sooner rather than later. You know, you're spending a lot of time on it, and if it's slower, they're spending time on this when they could be doing something else. You know, and I don't think it's fair to them because they did all this work to table it.
Well, a couple of days won't, I don't think would
It's not a
hurt.
couple
Well,
of days.
well, I'm in general consensus with the, so when you, first of all, I'd like to know what would be the general consensus of the board. And then second of all, if there's no accord, then we would, if necessary, we put it off to the next week, but not be done that.
Right, I'm okay with that.
And Luz, how do you feel about the proposals? I mean,
Getting the 3 proposals, like, trustee Cap said, we got one for the existing company, which is alternative. Then we got 2 additional proposals from Impact and Copy King. I recommend Copy King because he's offering the unlimited. And as I explained to trustee Cap, it wouldn't be fair for anybody else to bring in another proposal because now it's public, it's still public record, it was already on the agenda. These 3 companies were told, informed that they would be on the agenda for the board meeting. So bringing somebody else, they're just gonna try to outbid them. That's just my personal.
So, trustee Cap, so you can make the motion, and we'll see if the board approves the motion. If the board does not approve the motion, then we'll have to make another motion. Then we'll have the board.
Well, I made a motion that we table it at least for a couple of days.
So he would need a second to that and keep that motion alive. So is there a second to his motion to table this?
I have a question. If we table it, will it be, till the next meeting? I mean, it'll have to be on the agenda for the next meeting, right?
Well, it would definitely probably should be on the agenda for the next meeting. Like she said that, now that it's been out in the public view, so all someone would have to do now is
Look at it.
Bid on it.
undermine these people, you know what I'm saying?
who got their bids in at a
Right.
It's
proper
$20
time.
less and then they're less, right?
Right, you know, and sometimes being less is not necessarily the best option. So that's one of the issues with me, but I'm going to say.
Well, that's the problem with these proposals. She's not recommending the lowest of the bids.
But it's not the lowest bid, but there's an option there that benefits the village long term, I mean, better than being the lowest bid.
And if you're getting 3 copies, even though it's not the lowest bid, long range, it's the best bid and the money saver.
Now we're making these copies, could that be a copy bill, and at least 200 a month, sometimes they double sided, you know, that's an extra sum. Okay, so trustee Cap has a motion on the floor. So to keep his motion alive, we need a second, and if we get the second, then we have to vote on the motion. If we do not get a motion, if we do not get a second, then his motion dies. Then we have to make a motion to the floor. And so there's a motion on the floor by trustee Cap, so is there a second? Okay, so that is it, right? So there's not a second, so that's correct, Vice Chairman. So now then I ask for another motion to proceed, right? So now, I'll ask for a motion to proceed. And Trustee Garcia, I think you were speaking, so if you would make the motion, and then we get a second. Then we go from there.
I make a motion to proceed on this 3 bids.
And then, can you recommend which one?
The copy team.
So there's a motion on the floor by Trustee Garcia to approve the bid for the Copy King Solutions, which is a lease of $1540, buyout of $1.63 month lease of $477 a month, and black and white copies of 50 per minute. I believe that there's no limitation in the color copy that we can get. Is that correct?
Color and black and white.
And color and black and white. So, Trustee Garcia made the motion, so now we need a second.
A second.
Second by Trustee Richard, will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Cap?
No.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Thank you, motion passed. Is there anything else, Trustee? Trustee Cap?
Yes, one more.
Oh, yeah, Mama.
Discussion of consideration of and taking action to approve the payment of this month's and last month's bills. Make a motion to approve the payment of the bills.
So there's a motion on the floor by Trustee Cap to approve the authorizing of the bills
Second.
last month. And second by Trustee Claybrook, will the clerk take the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Motion passed, thank you. Public Utilities, Trustee Richardson.
Good evening. Discussion of, consideration of, and taking action to approve or not approve one of the 3 proposals to update the electrical services at our energy home located at 14108 Green Bay Avenue. The contractor will need to be insured and bonded. So we have 3 bids, one from Prize Electrical Company, Inc., for $7,700. One from C&W Electrical Contractor for $4,800. And one from Jerry Satfold for $14,000.
And before you make the motion, Trustee Richardson, to approve it, one of the contractors called me yesterday, and he wanted to know what was going on with the process, so I told him that we would probably be approving it real soon. I didn't tell him he was having a meeting tonight. So, I told him we had got some other proposals in, so he wanted to know how much they were, and maybe he could lower his price and all that. Well, I told him no, because I don't think that's fair to do that. I don't think it's fair.
Also illegal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to do that, because if you gave a price, and he would have to lower his price at least $3,100 or $3,200 less than what he gave. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that would be fair. So with that being said, proceed.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve the bid from C&W Electrical Contractor for the $4,800.
And this guy has done the work for us before. And Wayne, that's what it sold.
And we compared the prices are so different, right? So we compared that,
I think you have the proposal.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at what they're saying.
Well, the first guy seemed like he wanted to put a lot of extra outlets in. And so now this 4,800, it may go up to 5, it may go up a couple of hundred more than that. And it's certainly going to be very close to this amount. And we decided we want a little extra something there with it. It'll cost a little bit more, but it's certainly better than other people.
And Mayor, I have a question, because he says repair existing 100 amps. I thought most of them are 120.
But that's the,
No? Oh,
no, that's the breaker in the basement.
Yeah.
That unit is pretty good. The housing is okay. He just got it for the good.
You're talking 120 is the voltage, and the amps is different.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not an electrician. Okay, so I
Usually a
made,
big house would be 200 amps now, so that was maybe what you were thinking.
no, that was,
You were thinking 120.
right, I said it, but I was thinking, but okay, I made a motion, do you have a second? Oh, okay.
Then got a motion on the floor by trustee Richardson, and second by trustee Hodges, to approve the suggested contract for $4,800. Please clerk take the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia? Yes. Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Thank you, motion passed. Do you have anything else to say?
Yes, I just want to remind everyone about, the vaccination clinic on February 19th. It's gonna be located at our community center from 10 to 3. We will also be, they will also be taking applications for assistance with your utilities, gas, electric, and water bill. So make sure you, bring the documents that they normally ask for, which is, income for all occupants of the home, and, just something to, show that you do live there.
This is the first time that there's ever been any assistance that's been ordered, should I say issued for water payment, so it's the first time, so we don't exactly know how all the details are gonna pan out, but you have to present your, an income and, you know, whatever it is that you need to do, so let's make sure whoever comes, you bring the document with you, just like you would for CEDA, night.
Right.
And the money would go directly to the town, it would not go to the individuals, it would automatically go to the town.
Well, but they do the same thing, right, with all the utilities, they give them directly,
Yeah.
the money doesn't go to that.
Yep.
Okay.
That's-
Park and Recreation, trustee Hodges.
Hey, good evening, everyone. January 29th, we had a community open gym. That was our first one for the year. We had a pretty good turnout, around 12 young men from Burnham. They had fun, safe space. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do it at least once a month. A safe space for kids sponsored by the village of Burnham. It's a good day. And I want to announce our second one will be at the end of this month, will be February 26th at Sandwich Community Center, 600 Oglesby Avenue, Calumet City, Illinois. This time it's from 2 to 4. And anybody who wants to come, and this specifically will be basketball. We're trying to open up to maybe soccer this time, but right now we'll do basketball. February 26th at the Sandwich Community Center. So thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And this is for, this mainly been for the boys, but if there's, some young ladies, or some girls that's interested in some activities, and they are welcome as well, you know, to be included, so, I mean, no one is excluded, everybody's included.
Yes, everybody. There's some girls who play some ball out there. I've seen them.
Okay. Thank you, trustee Hodges. The presentation of petitions, communication, responsiveness, and memorial. I will ask for moments of silence for Ms. Beulah Warren. She had passed away on the 29th of January, and I went to her service on Saturday. She lives on Yates Avenue. She was 102 years old. Ms. Beulah Warren. Okay, thank you. Is there any unfinished business? We don't have anything on the new business. So I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
There's a motion on the floor by trustee Claybrook to adjourn. Could we have a second?
I'll say that.
Second by trustee Hodges. Clerk, take the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia? Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passed. Meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming.